Hey there, I thought I'd just give you a quick update on the status of the Helix Setup 9 for those who are following that in the emails. Got the latest version that's available. So anyway, this skew here is, let's go down here. It's not in part of the defaults yet, so you have to load it. Go to load, and then it's this one here. It's the skew number. 209 is just the chart number and references and whatnot. The X is the indicator that you're using or instrument that you're using. That's the chart. It's a 12-4 Ninza chart, and then your email address would go there just as an identifier. So that's the one you want, and when you bring that in, it'll pull in all your data. So specifically what we're looking at is setup 9. Now the only problem is, and it'll default into, if you pull it in, it'll default all there. And all the settings will be, where I've been playing with them, and and we could always mess around with them later and tweak them as we go, but that's what they are right now. So I'm in market replay, but in this version, it synchronizes the background with the trend, the overall trend, and the orientation. So I have the orientation is, the small, well, let me say, EMA1, EMA2, EMA3, EMA4 have to be in order. And additionally, then this has to be outside its no trade zone, which I have it set for 20. We could tweak it, but I have it set for 20. And so if it's outside of the no trade zone and the moving averages are all synced up in orientation, then you'll get the background plot. And that's where that is. And then obviously, or unfortunately, I should say, is I don't have the auto mode logic in yet, so it's not going to work just yet. But in manual mode, you can do it. So for instance, when you see, well, let me get a spot here where I get some chart activity. Well, in any event, so here, so I've turned red, so that means you instantly know that we're outside of here. Our moving averages are good to go. I have these construction orange colors show up just as a warning. Manually, you could trade into it, but you can actually turn these off if you don't want to see the zones, the no trade zones, but I like to see it. So if you're trading manually, it's up to you. If you're doing it with the auto logic, it's not going to do it if it's inside there or away, and we might tweak that a little bit here and there. But needless to say, we're okay for a short if we get one. So now that we know we're all lined up here, we're just waiting for this area here. So let me slow it down a smidge. And obviously, there's two ways to get in. There's the down bar, like right now. In order to place an order on a down bar, you have to have an up bar. It's the opposite. So in order to get an up bar, you obviously have to have a down bar. If I were to hit an up bar right now while I'm in an up bar, it would have to wait until I got the down bar and then go back up and click it. And when it's active, you'll see the entry trigger identify in the manual mode. Now, eventually, you're going to get this all in logic. It'll be fine. But as it stands right now, there it is. So what we want to do is we want this to cut through. So let me throw it down a little bit here. So there's our trigger. Because I activated it, I had to obviously turn it on to get some feed in there. So now it's going to trip if it goes down. Now, if it goes up, like obviously being in the manual mode, we have to manually turn it off. So it's gotten too far away from us. So I'm going to manually turn it off. Well, I'll turn it back on right now for the heck of it, because it looks like we might cut through anyway. In the auto logic mode, it's going to do everything. You don't have to worry about it. But when you're doing it manually, it's now obviously I'm also going 10 times fast, so I can get rid of that. Obviously, when you're in a real one-time speed real situation, it's a little slower, so I'm just trying to do it faster. The other way to do it though is if, let's say, it comes down here and hasn't cut through, but we can't use the down bar because we're already in a down bar. We'd have to wait for an up bar in order to go down. So in that case, we have to just manually do it on a sell market. So you can see here, we're about ready to trip. So I will, if we breach this with the bar close, then I'll get in and I'll do it a little faster because, oh heck, come on. So I'm waiting for the bar close, and that's good enough. And I'm in now. So these are all set up to chase and do what they're supposed to do. And once we have the auto mode logic and we get a lot of big data set with some good, nice uniform trades, then we'll be able to really get some logic and really tweak it, looking at some statistical data and whatnot. So in any event, that's where it's at right now. I do have also downloaded, when you download, there'll be chart templates. So if you went down to your right click in there, go to templates, and then load. I got a bunch of stuff in here, but you'll see in here I have, you'll see black and dim gray. Now I like them both, so I haven't kind of figured out which one I really like. I've always liked my dim gray because it pops more, but I kind of like the black too. So I don't know, maybe I'll do, some instruments on black, like maybe commodities and equities and a different color or something, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Okay, not moving here. Now let's just go. So anyway, the logic is there, and it's just gonna do what it's designed to do. So that's really about it. So in the let me pause here real quick. In the I'll probably do it right here. Where am I going? Here, right here. Down here, you can read this down here. If you're not getting these emails and only looking this at, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and got notifications, if you haven't gotten the email, then you might want to subscribe to that right there. Just put your name in there. It just opens up a little link, and it just put your name and email address in there, and then you'll get emails directly. So anyway, that's all she wrote. So now I have also, there's other things in here. I have the price line indicator on here because I like to see where the price is, because I need the bid and the ask to breach the levels. So I like to kind of see where that is. You don't have to have it. And the other one that you don't have to have is the reversal bars. Now, reversal bars you can get on the web page too and download it, but it's not necessary. I just kind of like to see where it's going to trip. So that's it. That's all I got for now. And eventually, I think the next one is once all the testing gets done on the logic and it's doing what it's supposed to do, then we don't even need to see these. I could uncheck them and unplot them, and then I don't even need to see them, because these are only for manual mode. Once it's in automatic mode, we could just unplot them and be done with it, and we'll have more screen space. All right, that's good enough for now. Thanks. Bye.